What score am I going for in Endless? Oh, all in due time. Hold on. Let me just make sure I have everything good. And we'll go crazy. Turn desktop audio off of 1, and we should be good. Okay. I guess you will die. So, you may notice that we are, first of all, a little oddly zoomed in, and also on the blue farm, which was my 1.7 perfection file. We're on this because this is where I have my highest score I've ever reached on Junimo Kart Endless mode. And it's not huge. And so you may be wondering, what are the goals? Let me actually go onto this screen while I do this. The goals are going to be, I have a whole thing for this. Imagine this is, oh, really fancy editing. Whoa. Here's the goals. Complete a full rotation on Endless mode. That means getting to the, like, what would you call it? Like the Twilight level and finishing it off and then rotating back to the first stage. Number 2, earn 75,000 points. That should come first. Number 3, earn 100,000 points. Depending on how well I play, the rotation could be before 100,000 points or after 100,000 points. Number 4, earn 150,000 points. Now this is where we're getting into, like, I don't know territory. And then we have 200,000 points, which is, oh gosh, if we hit that, that's just something to go for. That's just something where I'm not gonna do it, but hey, I have something to shoot for. I believe the world record for reference, no, hold on, we gotta make that come out real fun. How was that? I believe the world record for Junimo Kart is about 555,000. That's the highest I could find that's recorded. So we're gonna be trying to do that, I guess. I don't know. 76,000 is the highest. I just want to be good. I just want to be good at this game. Look at my last few attempts. So you get points for each coin you... Oh my gosh, this feels so weird, having not done this in like a few months. You get points for every coin you collect. If you collect all 3 fruit, that adds up to about 50,000 points throughout a stage. And you're just constantly getting points as you scroll on by. I made a guide for this forever ago. I also didn't start my timer, so we'll go ahead and start that now that we're on stage 2. Because we're going to be doing this. I'm locking myself in for 2 hours. See, that's gross. That's something I learned from watching the world record. Those tiny little jumps. You can use that to really quickly get rid of those fences and hopefully not die. All right, see, we got all 3 fruit here. So now at the end of the stage, you can't see the, hold on. There, that'll work better. Good thing the screen automatically pauses whenever I exit. There you go. I should have a death counter. All that was like 40 seconds. Oh, some of these fruits are just in impossible spots. I considered making one of the goals to be collecting all fruit through a run through, but I really do think that would be nearly impossible. Very difficult. World record easy. Yeah, we'll do a quick 550 here. But I could do it. I don't know. I've played a lot of Junimo Kart and I just have not locked it down. Every time it comes up in every one of my playthroughs for the key quests, it's so many quick, easy points. Oh my lord. It's so many quick and easy points, but I can't do it. It takes me hours every time. Yeah, let's get those little coins. I think tiny, small control jumps are really the way to go. Well, hello, Stella. To an extent, I suppose. Can you jump with, like, keys? You can. The space bar works. Didn't help. Didn't help at all. See, that was my first time realizing that you can use the space bar. I always use the mouse. How much are coins worth? 10? No, that's like 50, isn't it? Coins are kind of big. Considering you collect, I don't know, 10, 12 throughout a run. That still counts. We're safe. We're safe. We're so good. Oh, I can't get that cherry. I'm moving too fast. Also, you'll notice that in endless mode, there's none of the bonus stages that regular mode has. So if we, normally if you go, I want to say go fast enough on this stage. No, if you go fast enough on this stage, you skip the boss stage, which would normally be either this or Scoopy's Goop or whatever it is. I'm so dead. I saw that coming. There's also, I think it's, if you, on the first stage, you get all of the coins. You get like a bonus stage that's super easy and has 1,000,000 coins. Doesn't exist on endless mode. And I will get all of the coins to prove it. I actually did it, although there were like, what, 5 coins? Yeah, Scoopy's Goop. I don't know. The one that isn't the whale, you know? Absolutely chunked that cherry right there. And yeah, you complete this stage fast enough, you skip the boss stage. Which you can do by like maintaining your speed going down the icy hills. I'm so dead. We're almost 5 minutes through. I swear time goes in slow-mo playing this minigame. Now, if I was posted up doing Prairie King, we'd have world record by the end of the night. Easy. I love Prairie King. Everyone hates Prairie King. I'm such a huge fan of it. I feel like I've played Junimo Kart way too much to be as bad as I am at it. See, there was a little momentum keep. Are you kidding me? The orange? And also keep in mind, this is the revision to Junimo Kart. It used to be hot ass back in, I want to say 1.3 and before. And part of me wants to like down patch just to get some good footage of what it was like, because there isn't really a lot out there. Yeah, that cherry ain't happening. Oh, thank goodness. One thing that really makes this difficult is the change in physics from stage to stage. Give me that grape. Yeah, baby. Because in this stage, you float downwards slowly. And then I believe in this stage, are we in Gloopy Sloop? No, okay, it actually rotates. In this stage, you move a little faster than you would in other stages. And I wanna, how? See, this is what I mean. Half of the other Stardew Valley content creators could have done that. That's the crazy thing. It's never like you just, take the L. No, they like consistently get full clears on this thing. I've watched the Stardew Valley trials. I've seen them clear this easy. Gloopy Soup. Hey, if we get to Gloopy Soupy, that means we have the run of our lives on our hands, apparently. I don't think it randomly chooses from Whale or Gloopy Sloopy. I'm pretty sure it's always Whale on the first run and it's always Gloopy Sloopy on the second. And I want to say the same is true for the either getting the mushroom stage or the lava stage near the end. That's right! Since this is 1.6, this is easier than 1.5. There's a lot less bubbles from the whale. That's one change. I think you have a little bit of coyote time as well coming off the rails, which I don't know if that's too impactful, you know. We're getting that grape. Yeah. That's his government name. Why are we torturing ourselves? I just need to get back into the Stardew Valley spirit. And what better way to do it? Don't you dare. That was gross. And then a complete skill issue death right after. I need to lock back in. Oh, wow. Yeah, that is some coyote time. Oh, you can straight up slip off the thing and bounce back. That's crazy. Hope y'all like some minecart ASMR for the next 2 hours. Yeah, it is very generous. But I mean, most people probably consider the game nearly unplayable anyway, so make it OP. Now, yeah, that's what you do there. I wonder if you can time your jump. I didn't like that. I wonder if you can time your jump off of the gates instead of having to hit the ground again. I heavily doubt it. Oh no, you can pretty much instantly jump again. I timed that button press when I was like on the gate. Okay. POV, you're having a great, fantastic time and having a lot of fun. And nothing can possibly go wrong. I can't be missing the easy coins. You gotta go hard or go home. Yeah. So knowing that, see, that's the tech that we need to get down. The instant gate jump offs. That's good to know. And I feel like it's almost always worth it to just aim for the top of the gate instead of just jumping over it. I wonder if my cursor placement is going to annoy anyone. It's gotta be somewhere on the screen. Actually, it doesn't. I'm zoomed in, so I can put it off screen, technically. Y'all don't have to look at it. That was gross, I didn't like that. The music that's playing right now is an autumn mix, by the way. Everyone say thank you, music mix uploaders on YouTube. Come on, give me a bubble for the grape. You hate to see it. What do you do? Gross. You know what? The coyote time really helps. Okay, I think I just need to lock in and stop talking during that stage. The coyote time would really help for those jumps you have in that stage, Ghostly Galleon or whatever we call it, where the jumps are very tight. That is a feature of that stage. Next time we get there, I've got to quiet up. Stardew needs more minigames? I kind of agree. I'm a little surprised there hasn't been a third arcade game added in. Given I know this was probably just like little projects to like... That was sick. It was probably little projects to help himself like get coding down or something. I don't know. I don't know why he initially added the minigames. Is it like Animal Crossing vibes? Because Animal Crossing has like the NES that you can play. I'd like to hear that story. Oh, we can hit that. Oh! No, we're not going for the orange. Oh yeah, I love... That's crazy we shot that gap. I love games that are like... They have a break in the pace of the game, but not in a bad way. I don't know. I mean, most would argue the Stardew Valley minigames are in the bad way. But they're not required... Okay. They're not required at any point, you know? It's a palate cleanser. Just a way to play the game completely differently if you feel like it. I do think you should earn tickets, though, and be able to spend them on stupid prizes like dolls or something. I think that would be really cool. Oh yeah, you can jump off the gates immediately. Oh, if he figured out how to add a pinball style game, that'd be so cool. I wonder if there's any mods for arcade games. Because people, I mean, if there's a mod, people would basically be adding their own completely custom game. I bet that's really hard. I don't know if there is something like that. But I agree, pinball? Ooh, that'd go crazy. What's the highest score we've gotten so far? Like 40,000? Oh my goodness. I did add the 75,000 goal there just to be like, we've officially gotten our Junimo Kart chops back that I had in the past. That's kind of that goal. Remember the like space pinball game that was like installed on every Windows 7 machine? Or was it XP? Brother. It's the speed increase. I just immediately, the first chance I get, miss space my jump. Yeah, I remember having the space pinball game, and I put in hours on that. You'd also have Solitaire, which I never really learned how to play. Minesweeper. I could have swore Purple Place was like an install at some point, like it came installed, but I might be wrong on that. That was a good slowdown there. Purple Place goated indeed. I'm glad to see some Purple Placers in the chat. Gotta remember to keep my cursor off the screen. I wanted to hit the bubble, and I missed the bubble. I know it looked like a total airball, but I swear it was closer than it looked. I should have added a death count. It's not too late. We're only 50. I don't know if I can figure out how to do like a one button press death count on my own. In a convenient amount of time. Counted 15 so far. Yeah, that's one a minute. That's less than I would have thought. That means we're getting past level 1 quite consistently. Almost missed that jump. I would like to see a 50,000 sometime soon. Favorite nostalgia game? It's hard to not say old school RuneScape, even though a lot of the reason I like old school RuneScape is because of the new stuff they've added, not necessarily what's old. But that was a game I put a lot of hours into when I was like 9, 10. What else? Neopets is a big one. Oh, for a game to have like nostalgia for me nowadays, I have to have not played it in recent memory. So even games that I played like Mario Party 1 and Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire, games that I played when I was really young, they don't hit with nostalgia because I've been constantly playing them my whole life. But Neopets, that's one that you kind of can't get the experience of anymore. Unless they've fixed it since I last checked, but like half of the web pages don't work. A lot of the mini games don't work still. But I know they had a project to like fix all that. What on earth? I've dabbled in Pokopia. I haven't put too much time. I think I put like 5 hours into it. Someday, I'll get back into it. I'm hardcore waiting for the next Splatoon game, though. That's gonna be an obsession. They have fixed a lot of it? Yeah, I thought they had. I remember seeing stuff about them wanting to like get it back and around, like up and running properly. Real ones knew to meet at the wheel of monotony. I knew the word monotony when I was like 10 because of Neopets, and I felt like such a smarty pants. Teachers would be like, ooh, nice word. And I'd be like, thanks, I learned it from Neopets. And they'd be like, oh, okay. I gotta be honest, I still don't know the difference between like FAE fairy and FAI fairy. There's gotta be like a cultural thing somewhere. Or is it like when some things say like magic and it's MAGICK, they're just being quirky with it. Hold on, it's time to log in. That's not good. Yep. Done. Should have aimed for the side of that. Sometimes it's hard to tell if the little wisp is gonna be below the track by the time you're there or not. And I opted to gamble on it going below the track instead of aiming my jump closer to the edge. Absolutely sold it. Fairy if you're normal, fairy if you're pretentious. Perchance. I don't know. Cause here's, Neopets said fairy. And like fae creatures is like a whole different thing. You don't say fake, FAI creatures. I feel like fairy, like, yeah, fairy with an E is more creaturey. And it almost implies like a little bit of evilness. Not evilness, I don't know. What would you say? I don't know the word. Untrustworthiness with a fae fairy. I don't know if it's malicious. I'm thinking of like, oh, a rapscallion. Oh, they like to play pranks. Like the fae fairies in Final Fantasy XIV do that. Who else? Oh! Clutched. I think Dungeons and Dragons fae fairies are also like very prankster coded. I'm so dead. Crazy the gaps you can shoot. I think I do need to go for smaller jumps maybe when I'm in that zone. Oh yeah, the fairies that like want your name so they can like steal it or something. That's like a D&D thing, right? Fablehaven? Can't say I've heard of it. Sorry, ball knowers. Although I will say I'm excited for the Fable game that's supposedly coming out this year. Thank you for the sub. That's still Fable is still a game I can't believe is coming out. It's still like the extent of it is a little that was a gift sub. Congrats, Roggenrola. I still don't believe, I'd still believe it when I see it type of thing for Fable. Oh, I make that jump, please, please. Yeah, I think it is also like a more folklore thing. I wonder if FAI Fairy is like, washed for modern audiences type of fairy. Like, these losers wouldn't be able to handle the fairy. Oh, worm. I still have not gotten past stage 4, dude. I swear once we do, though, it gets easier. The mushroom stage is easier, the final stage is easier. We should be good. And I'm thinking, I think the 76,000 must have died in, oh wow. Must have died in, why did they use that emote for the hype train? Anyways, I think it must have died in the mushroom stage. Because I believe that's the one that's after the ghostly galleon. Well, while the hype train is running, this is your reminder, if you have that juicy little Prime sub that you haven't used yet, steal a little money back from Jeff Bezos, from the 1%, for that free Prime sub. The frame rate gets like really weird when you get a little too fast moving, and I don't know if that's a me issue or a game issue. Golly. I mean, here's the thing. Mushroom stage is easy, but there is also the issue of getting completely pizzoned by the puff shrooms. Okay. The ones that like fart cloud above them. I fear that, and I imagine that's what did me in my best run. I don't remember. It's on the 100%ing 1.7 Stardew Valley video. I should have gone and looked at that. Oh yeah, I also leech my parents' Prime. Absolutely. Because every parent in the tri-state area has Amazon Prime, and no son or daughter or child does. I can make that jump. Ooh, juicy. They need their devices. They need their Amazon deliveries. I feel like this is lock-in time. I feel like this is a good one. Can I make that? Oh, I can. Okay. 40,000 going in. Never mind, I lied. Gosh, just a tiny jump is like 3 tiles long. Oh my goodness, we're gonna cross 50,000. Where is the end of this stage? It's so long. Okay, see, that was just an easy layout. I can't take full credit, but now we have... Wait, we do go to Sloopy Goop. It is still a sign that we have a pretty good run going. Oh, I didn't like that one bit. He's so close on me. Oh! We kind of have this. We're gonna get a new best. I hope. Where are the coins? I should have raised that more. No! It wasn't even a new best! I wasn't expecting the bouncing mushrooms, and it kind of threw off my just peripheral vision of the... What a John. It threw off my peripheral vision of the track. And I wasn't, like, seeing it correctly, height-wise. It was a 75K, so that means we did reach that first achievement, at the very least. What the hell is this music? Y'all hearing this? I don't know, it's kind of cooking. See, now we just need to do that like 5 more times. Good fish emote. Thank you for that. No funny business, all gas. Oh, I thought I was hitting the bubble, and then I didn't. Is this music not crazy loud for y'all? Or are we still at a good volume level? I don't like that. Crazy, you see that? How do you respond to that? I wonder how long before touching the minecart track you can press the jump button for and still get a jump out of it. Pretty dang long. Press here. I think if you press the jump button at any point in your jump, it stores the jump. No matter when in your jump it is. That's good to know. And that's why you can press the jump button on hitting one of those gates and still jump. Yeah, I do think that was completely baloney. That's why that's the stage to get past. But again, some people do it so consistently. So I can't fully blame the game. They just know how to do it. It was a particularly easy set of fruits. It's clogging you up? I'm glad to hear that. Sorry for your loss, or something. What? Okay. Dang, look at that. $2026 and we haven't fixed clipping through the minecart stages. What is Concerned Ape even doing? New content? New characters? New marriage candidates? No, you need to get on this. This is where you need to put your effort into. Oh my goodness. What causes that? Is it because I was on... I feel like it was because I landed on a gate on an upward slope and jumped off of that upward slope. I think it was 3 actions too close together, so it didn't notice landing. I don't know, man. But I'll try to remember that whenever I see it next time. Starting law school in the fall. Ooh, good luck. It's exciting. I thought it was gonna slow down more from hitting the non-ice track. I feel like you just gotta not mess with the ice, but there's almost always coins on it. A little bit of risk and reward. This reminds me a little bit of like Adventure Time background music. Some of that stuff can get pretty splonky. How do I stay calm in times of strife and stress? You kind of just saw how I did. I'm generally not a very stressed person. I also feel like I don't particularly handle stress well either. Yeah, I pop up Journey of the Prairie King anytime I have an issue. Laid off, let's boot up Journey of the Prairie King. Hey, people used to do that. They used to go to the arcade and boot up, I don't know, Metal Slug. Okay, whoa. Honestly, I thought I was dead there. Hello, Da Vinci. Yo, it's always funny when I'm playing Stardew Valley and I just play a random music mix and Stardew Valley music ends up being on it. Yeah, I thought that would work. Yeah, that ain't happening. Oof. 34 minutes? I swear sometimes I look back at the timer and it's gone backwards in time. I could have swore I looked at it 5 minutes ago and it was at 36. We're a fourth of the way there. We're only getting better. For sure. What if Stardew stopped working and that made you stressed? That'd be an issue, wouldn't it? It's a little bit my livelihood. It would stress me. I feel like you just gotta grab a non-DRM version of Stardew Valley so you always got that backed up. But that's preemptive. That's not how I would deal with this situation. Just don't get stressed. Speaking of non-DRM, how about them physical games, huh? Oofa doofa. They're struggling out there at PlayStation. Become an Animal Crossing streamer. There's a lot I could easily get into. I mean, Fields of Mystria, doesn't that release this month? Definitely gonna do some stuff on that. Whether it's going to be like 100%, I don't know if I have another 100%ing in me in the near future. I'll have to figure out what I'm gonna do with Fields of Mystria, because I gotta do something. Still haven't opened it. Well, it's gonna be coming out next month, 4th of August. Sounds like a good time to boot it up for the first time, huh? It's genuinely so good. I'm not just saying that because, ooh. Oh, man. I'm not just saying that because, ooh, Stardew streamer. I'm saying it because it's a good damn game. That was a very hard level 1. Sheesh. I almost fell there too. I also don't even know if I continue the file I've created, because I've forgotten so much, you know? Or if I start again from scratch, because what if there's things added to the beginning of the game that are like massive quality of life? What if there's different skills they've added, different ways to branch your character? I don't know. That's what stresses me out about it. I could do from scratch. Probably should do from scratch. I'm gonna... There's so many things I would have forgotten about. Please, okay. Sometimes your trajectory and the bubble's trajectory lines up perfectly. Missed 1 coin in that stage. It was almost 10,000. It was 10,000 from that. Kinda goated. See, there's always coins on the downward slopes. I feel like you gotta hit them if it's safe enough. But then it's like you can't really just skip that slope. Oh! Because it's so big. If you jumped before the slope, you would fall. Haunted Chocolatier? It's gonna be a while. I wouldn't, honestly, I don't think I would expect it before 2028. Minimum. I hate to say it. It's been a while since we've gotten any, like, sneak peek, too, hasn't it? Just thought of that. Oh, yeah, I bought the Steam Deck, like, quite a while ago. I would not pay the prices they have now. No way, no world. I think I bought it for maybe the $350 it was. Because it's not an OLED, because I don't need an OLED. And I use my Thor more often now anyways. No! I made the coolest jump of my life and then died. Rough. I bet y'all thought there was no way I was getting through that, and then I didn't. This isn't official, is it? Thank you for the sub, by the way. The balance between reading chat right now and doing the jumps. Tactic for icy down jumps is to go to the top and then jump so that you land at the bottom of the slope. I mean, hey, Cook, you know what? You're kind of right with that one. Okay, if I see like a yucky one, I think that's what I'll do from now on. Junimo Kart's not a chat-friendly game, not particularly. I can't make that jump. Oh man, that top area is so safe and so easy. Hate to see that. All right. I feel like we're getting to level 4 pretty dang consistently at this point. I swear I clicked and it just didn't jump. I swear. Yeah, I got one eye pointed at the chat, one eye at the Junimo Kart. Don't worry. Yeah. Surely there's a mod for choosing what level you start in for Junimo Kart so that you can use that for practice. I feel like that would go crazy. No one has done this. No one is bothered. I can't imagine. Yeah, that was gross. I did not see that rock. It was behind the waterfall. Can't sleep on stage 1 too much. I probably should remember the coyote time thing. Just for when things are a little tight. Adds more stages to Junimo Kart. I would never see them. I guess not in endless mode. All right. My mind got stuck between going for the orange and ignoring it, and so I just went straight into the middle of where I should have gone. Whew. Like, look at this. Stage 1 does get crazy sometimes. But it's such a slow speed. It's not that bad. See, this we just eat that speed up right there. No risk. But here, oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's so much better. New strategy unlocked. Clean 30,000 going into stage 3. No, the bubble. And the thing about stage 3 is that your descent is so low, it's so slow, that it's kind of hard to understand the trajectory of it. Your actual landing is so far away, you can't predict. I mean, you can, because you can be good. You can be good at this game, but alas, perchance. We've seen the mushroom stage once. Sloopy's gloop wasn't too bad. We kind of cleared that the first try. I think it's one of the easier stages, all things considered. Because, I mean, like, it's the ice stage, but you go slower instead of going faster. Not the most difficult thing. Lay off with the bubbles, bro. They're like homing. All right, log in. I think that was gonna hit me if I hadn't jumped there. That was tight. Not worth the orange. Oh, this level's so long, too. No. It's so long. I wonder if I could have jumped under that. I haven't done that too many times. It's a surprise to me when I do that. Hello, Fuzzy Elk. Just ignore that slope up there. I don't need any of that. Yeah, we make those. You can even, like, if you do a low enough jump, you can even grab all the coins on those downward slopes, too, while jumping over them. Jumped over the grape. Crazy work. Had the most beautiful bubble. I feel like ancient fruit probably tasted nasty. That's my guess. Dusty. That's the kind of feeling I get when I think ancient. RuneScape. Whew. I know there's like so many coins I could be grabbing, I am not risking it. If it's near those spirits! How'd I do that? That was like the easiest track. That was like the easiest stage 4 I've ever seen. Not true, that last one was in fact easier. The last one that I cleared, that is. It's because I start talking. I get near the end and I'm like, I can start talking again. Shut up. Yeah, I feel like RuneScape kind of goes crazy on free-to-play right now because they've increased the price to $15. At that rate, like, you got Final Fantasy XIV, you've got World of Warcraft, both at the same price or cheaper if you do 3-month bundles, which RuneScape no longer does. They kind of made me mad lately. I've not been on my RuneScape moment. I tried out the new Blood Moon Rises, and I was like, nah. Not really having a ton of fun. I liked sailing, though. I thought that content was pretty good. But that was half a year ago. Actually, over half a year ago at this rate. Go back to the mic not working and just my face. That would be funny. Whew. Maybe if I listen to the music, it'll trick me into thinking this is chillax and easy. Oh! I didn't like that. We're gaming? Almost immediately missed my jump. Sorry, it's officially lock-in time. Yeah, well, never mind. Never mind. Thought the Slomps Goopy Sloopies jumps wouldn't be as tight, but that was a pretty tight jump. And I didn't want to slow down so much because that's what killed me or almost killed me rather last time. It was really close. If I had touched like one more slime, it would have been Jover. Yep, I would like to do, my big one is one full rotation of all the stages, which would, I think, give me 100,000 points. If I can do that, I'm happy. Everything else other than that is like that's a stretch goal, basically. It's so Jover. And no one ever laughs because they probably think you're like actually referring to like Joe Biden. Oh my goodness. Because that's where it comes from. It's so Jover, and it's a picture of Joe Biden, and he's sad. Sad boy Biden. And they're like, politics. No one's allowed to talk about that. Yeah, I say it's so Jover. I would like to think that everyone says it's so Jover every now and again. In a perfect world. I didn't like that. Oh, I held the button. I swear I held the button. I swear I held the button. Gross. I wonder if that was affected because it was off of a gate. Huh. Huh. That's worth testing. Whenever I have like a safe gate. It's never Jover until you're done. That's right. No, that was a full jump. Maybe I just released the pressure just enough to where it was like you're not pressing it. My finger was in fact shaky. No, didn't need to jump over those grapes. Sunset Speedway and die immediately because it's so awful. I don't find it too terrible. I didn't reach that. If I had jumped at the apex of that little split there, it would have hit it. Calculated. We be getting there. No, you can't do that right after I did a sick gate jump. Oh my lord. So unlucky. So cooked, so chopped, so unk. We're almost halfway through our time. And I was properly shutting up. And it was working. I was like, ooh, I cooked that stage up for dinner. And then it just threw the gate jump into Wisp at the front of the track at me. The classic. Disgusting. Honestly, I'm really glad that you're taking responsibility for that, lady. I didn't want to say anything. But I'm glad you took responsibility. It's very mature. Good God. Hands are sweaty. No. No. Is there a speed change on that stage, or am I just whiffing it? I want to say maybe that stage is the same speed as Ghostly Galleon. Perchance. It's not, no, that's not bad. We got to our record stage once again. Now we're going to do it twice in a row, and it's going to be really easy. Hello, Great Tristan. I'm glad you enjoy the videos. I'm really looking to like increase the pace for the next like few weeks, hopefully. I was also thinking of having like a tier list Tuesdays where I tier list some things, probably from Stardew Valley. Because tier lists, I mean, people like the tier lists. And they're fairly quick to make. Do we have like a stream like a stream chat celebrity with Jeffica? Is that what's going on? People come into the stream and like, oh, you're the one that has Jeffica. It's so funny. Can you tier list things to tier list? You're so right. But I feel like to do that, I need to make the tier list of the things first, right? If I don't have experience tier listing it, then what does my opinion mean? Holy moly, had to lock in real quick. That is 2 runs in a row passing that stage. This is so huge. I can't believe it. You know what happens? You know what it is? The green slime blends in with the background. So when there's a track that has the slime on it, I lose track of it. It was the same thing with the mushroom bouncers in the mushroom stage. I swear there was a moment where it just disappeared to the background and I lost it. Yeah, Johns, yeah, excuses, but I know it. I'll zoom in on that and you'll see how perfectly it matches everything. It like mecha chameleoned itself. No, wait, Jeffica's almost a year? That's insane. Wait, Jeffica's almost as old, or about the same age as my only nephew. And I think this is how I will keep track of Jeffica's age. Percentage of their life-wise, they're quite a few months off. But, you know, in 10 years' time, it's gonna be like, they'd be in school together. Jeffica isn't my nephew. No, I'm saying it's that Jeffica is the same age as my nephew. Literal Unk streamer. Yeah, I figured I could jump over that. Okay, we're starting to get a handle on it. We're starting to get a handle on it. We're kind of locked in. I want to say that's the 3rd time in a row we cleared that stage. Now let's not get sloopty in the goop. Oh, I almost didn't make that jump. Yeah. I hate the pink ones. Okay! Okay! Oh, we do play both stages. I lagged! It lagged. It lagged. It lagged. It lagged. $82,000. We're getting there. Whatever y'all saw on stream, that's what I saw too. Crazy. My 3060 is not putting in work. It's probably my CPU actually. Gotta say, that jumping to the bottom of the ice, I've like barely ever died on this stage since you said that in chat. This stage has been going pretty smoothly. I almost missed that jump. Oh yeah, grapes can spawn past the last arrow, and it happens quite often. And it's kind of nice, because it's almost, all right, it's almost impossible to miss. Unless, you know, you jump over it or fall into the pit under it, I suppose. Dang, I wanted the coin too badly. Fruits are worth a lot of points. I feel like if I miss that first cherry, at the very least, we don't play those games. Oh my lord, I need to lock back in. See ya, Roggenrola. I don't need that cherry. I was thinking it was like 5,000 points, but no, that's the amount of points you get for grabbing all three. Each individual fruit on top of that is 1,000 points. So if you miss one fruit, you're down 6,000 points from that point onwards. Like, look at that difference. We would have been at 1,500 about. It's a pretty big deal. You want those fruit. But, you know, beyond level 1, I feel like they're not really worth endangering yourself for. We've locked back in. Orange and grape after the arrow, you've seen? I would love to see that. That would be awesome. Perchance, even with sauce. Perchance. We can get that. Yeah, buddy. There is, so this is endless mode, so there is no beating it. I think my big goal is 100,000 points. If I get that, I'm happy. I'm a happy little lad. As well as completing a loop, of course. Whew. I almost started talking, and I knew I shouldn't. I thought I would touch it, and I didn't think I could make the jump if I didn't touch the bottom rail. I feel like I've got the speed of that stage on lock now. I know like how far my little taps go. I know how long my held jumps go. It just took some time to get used to that speed change. Streamers talking? No. Streamers no longer talk once you cross the 100 viewer count. Everyone knows this. God forbid you pass 1,000? Silence. I wish I was joking. My favorite and least favorite stage of Junimo Kart. Hey, what's that about Flareon? Hold on. No, we'll ignore it. My favorite stage... Gosh, the thing is, I like them so much aesthetically, but the aesthetically best stages are always terrible to play. Aesthetically, I love this underwater stage and mushroom stage. Ava? Wait, why is everyone here all of a sudden? I think overall my favorite stage is probably Sloop's Gloop and shit or whatever. And my least favorite is the lava stage because I like it neither aesthetically nor gameplay-wise. And this stage, while it is frustrating, it's very satisfying to get done. That's bad. Whoa! Starry Valley music, that means you know we have to clutch it now. Flareon, but he has a big full belly from milk. Ah, he's so full. Who said that? Never once would I say anything that depraved. I believe I do recall Ava saying that on stream, though. This is gross. Holy moly. I did just say it just now, you're right. Oh, the pink ones don't move. You don't see those often. Oh, baby. If I'd gotten all the fruit, we would have been so in there. No, it was such a big jump. I couldn't. You gotta aim for the coins. But there's a lot of difference in a jump aiming for the bottom and the top of a coin, and that's what did me in. I aimed for the top of the coin, and that kind of killed me. You hold the jump button for like 1/10 of a second too long, and you're gone, bro. I made you draw it. This is slander. That was me, if you heard that, that was me moving on my leather chair, by the way. And it is not real leather, so don't start. Blaming me for what you do on your streams is crazy. I risked it for the cherry. I sure did do that. And I can't even get the orange. Brother. Not only did you do it on your stream, but I have a sticker set that you have sold that has a Flareon drinking milk. So I don't know how I could possibly be the source of this. Yeah, money changed hands. I bought stickers from Ava that have the Flareon. That's the money that changed hands. Yeah, I just wanted to try being an asshole for a little bit. It's real fun. It's really fun. I don't know if I can make that jump up to that higher. I love the gradient of the rail supports on the really tall ones. How it gets to a dark blue lowdown. Very cool. Not the double bubble bounce. I ought to still have the original Flareon somewhere in my files here. Thank goodness that one went below the rail. I would have been cooked and it would have been all my fault. It's been a while since I've died on this stage. I said risking everything for that grape. All right. All right. I'll be lurking now that the bit is done. No, I've got more bits. Wait. I don't. I'm locked in. Sorry, we're in Sloopy's Gloopy. We don't play around with Sloopy's Gloopy. Please. Oh! I got the grape and I landed. Insane stuff. This is faster. I think this is a Ghostly Galleon speed. It's also really short. No. No. Just perfect parabola over that rail. Of everything in this game, those boulders, it's just like, if they hit you, they hit you. Oh well. It's over, you know? You you do it on your phone? By choice? You must be actually goated on it. Yeah, you better get that grade. I hate that TikTok has ruined the word grape, by the way. Like, I'm literally talking about actual fruit grapes. And every time I say it, it's a little ick. This is a very chill well stage, I gotta say. No danger whatsoever. Nah, it's Sloopy Goopy. 100% overlap with that Wisp in the cherry, by the way. That was a bit of an early jump. You got coyote time. You got plenty of time to make a jump if you need to. Ooh. Dang, sad I didn't get the cherry. Coyote time is when you, it's like Wile E. Coyote in the old Looney Tunes stuff. He'd run off a cliff and he would float for a while until he realized he was like off a cliff. That's coyote time. You can fly off the edge a little bit and still jump. Lots of platforming games have it, like Celeste does. That was pretty smooth. Yep, this is endless. Dang. I probably shouldn't have even jumped for that second mushroom. I might have been able to make that jump if I hadn't gone for it. We're getting, hey, that's a lot of mushroom stages all in a short period of time. We're kind of cooking on it. It is kind of funny Junimo Kart isn't required for any trophies. Because Prairie King has 2, doesn't it? One for beating it and one for beating it deathless, I believe. I don't think that beating base Junimo Kart, not in endless mode, is too terrible. You can get tons of extra lives with the fruit and stuff. I mean, I say that, but I'm already, like, really good. Not really good, but I recognize the fact that I play this game for 3,000 hours. That's what I recognize. Yeah, how humble. Wow. Invisible fruit in that stage, crazy. Do I think I could beat progress mode first try? Probably. I believe I could. But I haven't played progress mode in a long time. It's been all endless. Because endless is the only mode that has like any purpose in the main game. Because it does have the 1 key quest. Progress mode's really long too. The stages are longer than these versions. Kind of zooming. Zooming through stage 4. Oh, fully ate that slime. I didn't think I'd fall on it. Gotta play real nice through the rest of this. I knew I wasn't making that jump. That's a really tight, it sometimes just randomly gives you a really tight jump and it's off of the slime. So you can't like, it's a risk to do a later jump because you might get slimed. I believe those are the only times that stage has really gotten me. Is that a therm emote? Nice. Love a little therm. I think Germ? I think Therm might genuinely be one of the most effortlessly funny people that I've watched on YouTube. I gotta say it. No orange for us. Beauteous. I think I could watch Therm play just about anything, if I'm honest. Yeah, that was rough. That was easily avoided. That one I could have jumped shorter. I saw that coming from a mile away. And sometimes in my mind I'm just like, well, it would certainly be easier if I just jumped over it. I feel like now that we're kind of nearing up on the 3/4 of the way through the 2 hours, I really got to lock in. We've really got to do it. We've got to at least get 100,000. Blocked from the cherry. Crazy work. I can't make that jump. Yeah. Each fruit is still 1,000 on its own, so it's not like awful going for them, but it still does feel a little pointless sometimes. Thank you. Thank you, Mike. Oh, I'm so glad I hit that on the top and not on the side. How long until I have to not lock it? Why is the cherry always blocked by a wisp? Can I say? It's very consistent. I'm trying to do great. I think the increased speed also contributes to going through the ground. Can you tell I'm spacing my words out not be while I'm trying to make a jump? Okay, only one fruit. Hoof. Hoofa doofa. No! A forced gate jump. Eventually, we're going to get a good run going, and then the RNG is just gonna give us the easiest tracks you've ever seen. Eventually, it's gonna happen. Yeah, and the gate jumps, they get much more difficult on the faster moving stages. Not that Slump's Gump is a particularly fast stage, I suppose. Dang it, I meant to jump over that. First time I died before like level 3 in a while. Slumps Gump, Sloops Gloop. Whatever tickles your fancy. I don't know what it's actually called right now. I've flanderized it too much for myself. Not flanderized, that's not the word. But you know what I mean. I've disrespected it too much. Stomps Glomp, you think? Oh my god. Slomps Glomp also works. Bromps Glomp. Okay, I didn't know where the boulder was gonna be. I jumped and prayed. For a new starting save with Ridgeside Village. I hope you enjoyed it. The only time I really played Ridgeside Village is for the little overview video I did. Someday, I'll have to go back and really, like, check all of it out, methinks. No, I should not have jumped there. I don't know why I freaked out. That was so early. That was a noise like I was in the mushroom cave or something. Hello, Argon. What is up? Do we love ourselves a little Junimo Kart? Do we really? Slomp Stomp. Well, I don't see no title card. Floomps Gloomp or whatever. Yeah, so Argon, the goal is, in fact, to get 100,000. 200K! Yeah, that's, I mean, it's on my goal list, but I mean, it's more of like a reason to keep playing if I ever get the previous goals. It's not like I'll do it. You can see the high score there. That is my high score of all time. I'm surprised that jump made it. All right. It is very satisfying to watch a good run. That was awful. That was terrible, dude. I also didn't expect that jump to come off so quickly. I love that the moment I spawned, I saw the writing on the wall there. It was over. It was so Jover. Oh yeah, endless mode is 1 life. Progress mode is, you can actually get extra lives. That was awful, smiling face. No, that was the right emoji. There we go, that's the right amount of stoppage. I had a section similar to that before and I died at it. The level, so differences from progress mode. There's no extra lives. The levels are shorter. There's no checkpoints because you only have 1 life. Gameplay-wise, there's not really too much different other than there's no like bonus area or skip of level 3. Otherwise, I believe there's not really many differences other than that. Oh, you play all stages in 1 loop, too. Like, we just played the first boss stage, which you would randomly get. And we'll play the second boss stage after we beat this stage, which will happen, for sure. Yeah, that orange was a risky one. Yeah, I was hoping I could land on it. That was gonna be gross to try and do a short hop for. All things considered, that wasn't an awful level 4. I just misjudged the gate. I think that was skill issue right there. I've only gotten more than 100K like 5 times. Oh, cool, awesome. For me, a successful run is hitting 100,000. That's what I'm hoping for. Or doing a full loop, whichever comes first. Both of those I would be happy with. $125,000 is your high score? Man. I'd be very happy with that. I feel like once you hit 100,000, you're in the top 1% of all time. Gotta be. I wish these were like online. I know that would kind of ruin it to a certain extent, because it's funny that you only just compete with the people around town. But I'd just like to know, you know? Okay, I almost wasn't able to get that grape. They're very tough. I haven't even seen Sunset Speedway yet. And I feel it'll scare me into submission to a certain extent. Where was the cherry? I didn't even see it. Right at the beginning? Rip. Rip-a-rooney. Bro, the cherries. I know one thing that gets me about Glomp Slomp. It's the slowdown, because you are slower than Ghastly Galleon. Which is also, like, even though it's not harder than the previous stage, it's still something you have to adjust for. And then you speed right back up here. No way, brother! I have to wonder, I know the sprites didn't touch, but do the mushrooms actually have a raised hitbox? Or should you aim for just hitting the track normally? Yeah, I saw that coming. I didn't even notice that was there until I made the jump. One fruit gives me 1,000 points. 2 fruits give me 2,000. And for the third fruit, if I get all 3, it's an extra 6,000. Each fruit's 1,000. If I get all 3, it's 5,000 on top of that. So it's a lot of points. It's honestly the majority of the points you get. Hello, Fangor. And each coin, I believe, is 50. Dang. I should have just... what should I have done there? I should have just ridden it down to the bottom. And then maybe tried a small jump onto that gate. I know it's not a gate if it doesn't open. There's another word for it. Oh yeah, I've done the secret level. It's for getting all coins in level 1, isn't it? See you, Gray Tristan. We had a good time. I believe I covered the bonus video in my video that I made, or the bonus level in my video that I made, but I didn't do it myself. I think I looked up footage for it. I really wish you could do it in endless mode. That would have helped a lot with the goals. Can I make that? Sure. Oh. I didn't like that. That was almost bad. All right, no grape, but... Oh, I was so sure I made that jump too big, but I hadn't. Oh, I landed up top. Oh, they hate to see me coming. You can squeeze those under jumps a lot harder than you think you can. Gotta keep that in mind for sure. They hate to see me coming down the tracks. What is this? See, sometimes Glomp's Womp is baby mode central. Like that time. Oh my goodness. We have a run going. That's a new record. I'm so happy I've hit 100,000. Ah, I mean, we did something. We did something. I was not prepared for that. Holy moly. I think you just gotta ignore coins in that stage, huh? That was wild. Once I hit 100,000, once you get like a new high score, your mind goes into, okay, I have to like grab onto any spare points I can before this ends. So I was immediately going for like every single coin. And also, yeah, that rock terrified the hell out of me too. I really thought it was gonna get me. Luckily the screen dipped just enough. Now we do it again. We have 15 minutes. This is a victory lap now. Not that we finished the first time, but right now the main goal is to complete a loop over getting a high score. That was a really high score for that, for being at that point in the loop too. That was quite a few points. The first ever 7-digit score. Yeah, I don't know about that one. Just got my first ever 6. Easy adjustment. Easy adjustment. I risked it for the orange, I really did. I don't know if this is really a stage I have to like lock in super hard for anymore. I don't think I need to be silent, for the most part at least. I really have gotten a feel for how the wisps move. I gotta make that jump. That's the exact same type of like track change that killed me last time. Not last time, but killed me before. Where I felt like I had to drop to make the jump, but dropping didn't put me in a good spot. Oof, that was gross. There's no way I can make it up to that grade. Oh, baby. Baby mode central. Never mind. I'll talk some shit about the stage, but the moment it gives me a purple mushroom jump into a single platform, it's over. Oh, I knew I was missing that. Yeah, don't make it, don't make it. I'm pretty sure you might not even be able to reply to people on mobile. Could be wrong. I don't use Twitch too terribly much, other than streaming. Although GDQ is going on. Back-to-back Red Hot roller coaster. Yeah. Kind of zoomed on through that one. Really, once you do, I think a big part of it is once you get like a good run, it's the nerves that get you the most. And once you pass a lot of the places consistently enough, the nerves go away. And more than anything, that changes how you play, I'd say. I mean, that changes how I play. I'm not gonna say how it changes how you play, you know? I'm so glad I hit 100,000. I feel like the pressure's off. I needed to hit at least that. That's a pretty big milestone. Nice cherry grab. Classic cherry grab tech. That's tech. All three fruits. In Glooby's Booby? Crazy. That was padded out for me. Argon, you missed when I clipped straight through the rails on this stage. It was beautiful. Yeah, the ghost rail. Now who's getting that grape? Not I, said the fly. Not to be a 40-year-old mother of three. Remember, the goal is to just get to the end. No fruit risk. Frisk, as we call it in the business. What is that? Insane cherry. Ooh, just barely made that one. Back to Red Hot. Frank's Red Hot. No, my video ended! My music! It's about to play some bullshit. No, it didn't go into autoplay, never mind. Well, here we are again, in the silence. This is the last stage, Morgana. No, you saw that gate. There was no way. There was no way it was happening. Get another music video started. Didn't beat my last score either. Kind of crazy. because we did definitely get farther, but that's the difference fruit makes. I feel like I probably could have long jumped after that rail, or before that rail, and made it, unfortunately. Why am I going out of my way for fruit? I really just want the loop. $150 would be nice, and probably very probable. Does it move faster after you complete a loop? I wouldn't know. I've never done it. I assume it does. Also, excellent Xenoblade music. I can't wait for the Xenoblade 3 Definitive Edition. Completely off topic. I feel like that's a game that'll really benefit from it. Xenoblade 1 and 2 were kind of made with limitations in mind, but Xenoblade 3, it feels like they wanted more out of it. And so some things can look a little like very pixelated with its low resolution on Switch 1. It's a shame we have to wait the longest for it though. I wasn't sure if I could have fallen there and did that right. Can I get to that? I think if I jumped later, I could have reached that. Message you up big time when it goes faster. Yeah, I think if it's gonna go faster, all bets are off. I don't know how far I'll be able to make it in a second loop. But I'd like to find out. I feel like I'm gonna be like, I don't know, threat level lowered. I'm gonna lower my guard and I'm gonna get absolutely beamed by it. Yeah, I think I could have done a full jump and cleared the gate there. Yuck. 5 minutes. I think a run all the way to the end is like 4. So, yeah, that's a situation where like you just sit there and take it. What are you doing to the boulder? Nothing. You can't bounce off of them either. You get a tiny bounce, but you can't get like the bubble bounces. Oh! It's a big jump. I want to say the regular boulders affect your regular arc. Like, you don't get an extra bounce off of them, but if you hold the button down, they really shoot you upwards. In like a set amount, in addition to what you would have jumped to begin with. Does that make any sense? What? Whose is that? Of course it's RC's. Of course. Look at him go. They don't stop. You did miss a good run. We killed it. It wasn't a full loop though, so we still gotta do that. At the very least. That would just bring it home. And I feel like if we do a full loop, 150 isn't that far away. Right? Gotta play some Junimo Kart. It's kind of, I gotta say it, it's not as bad playing on stream as it is in your own time. If I were sitting in silence, 85-degree weather, I don't know if I'd be having a good time. Uh-oh. Ah, gross. That's one of the like things about video making that's such a like a bonus. Like, yeah, oh, it's your job, oh, it's stressful, but like, video game things that theoretically you want to do, but you wouldn't normally not have the patience for, like me playing Junimo Kart. Like, oh, I make a video out of it, and suddenly it's a reason to do the thing I want to do, you know? Big bonus to making videos. And that's not specifically because I'm like a full-time video YouTuber either. That was also a good reason when I was like let's playing to like 100% games that I wanted to play and stuff like that. Yeah, we get that, Cherry. Trick yourself into it by calling it work. Genuinely, yeah, pretty much. The feeling of productivity when you're playing a video game. Gotta say, it's nice. Can I? What? No. No. There was no way I could make that unless I should have squeezed the coyote time. But I don't think I could have dropped down there and hit the rail. I don't think that was an option. Perchance. Whoops. Complete whiff. I do like that strategy of skipping the ice with a jump. But it does, I don't know, it bites me sometimes. Oh, this is yucky. Sometimes you don't really bounce on the gates. That's one thing that can kind of throw me off. We have hit 2 hours. Oh, I love, that's the thing. I love Journey of the Prairie King, but I just could never stand Junimo Kart. And now I've just gotta like lock in and make it not a hated part of the game for me. I don't know if anyone else is like this, but genuinely being good at something is the difference between me liking and hating something a lot of the time. See you, proud badger. I hope you had a good time, and I hope you enjoyed playing Expanded. Didn't like that. What a treacherous rail. /S. That was a very simple section of the trail. I'm not going for the grape. Just having the instinct to undershoot the wisps makes all the difference in this stage. Because normally you're like stretching to go over it when you could really, not as difficultly, go behind it. Yeah, I went to college. I said difficultly. Soundtrack is good. Oh yeah, some of the best songs are in Junimo Kart. I will agree with that. How are you supposed to get that cherry? Double jump? Beautiful. Too beautiful of a song to be playing right now. The double mushroom. I'm going a little over 2 hours. Sorry, I feel like I'm really like in it. I don't want to lose the kind of zone I'm in. I wish I could set the timer back to like 1 hour 45 for video purposes. Sometimes I'd be lying on those videos, dude. Not on things that matter, mind you. Sometimes if I think like, oh, the story runs better if I swap the order of these two things I did, I'll do that, something like that. Like, oh, it doesn't make sense that I did this and then this, so I'll do that and then this. I don't know, maybe the 2 hours was my limit. That was really long for that second note to hit. I was like waiting for it. I was like, wait. Could have swore it hit faster than that. Weed and watch. They got me set up in the garden. I just need one more that goes to at least red hot. I feel that's kind of what I'm locked into right now. Yep, coins are 50 points, fruit are 1,000 points each, and 5,000 if you collect all three in a stage. It's all just points. Love it when you can do a nice, safe top route. Doesn't happen much. It's a good score so far. Yeah, that cherry wasn't worth it. Not even close. No! It tickled the top of it. I really thought that was safe. And I wasn't sure I could jump the gate. I mean, I'm getting there. That's the hope. I don't think a lot of people lock in for a few hours and do that. I think, actually, I say that. I think Argon actually did do this a few months ago. The result of which was the 185,000 points, I believe. I'll tell you one thing. Yoshi's New Island has good music, and I'm not afraid of who hears me say it. I'm really not. People listen to the title screen and they're like, oh, this whole soundtrack's booty cheeks. No, it's like the only bad, there's like the title screen and the opening cutscene are like the only bad songs in the game. And everyone uses it to dog on the, look at the double cherry orange. Anyway, everyone uses it to dog on the entire series. Not series, the entire game's music. It genuinely has some of the best music in the series. Sorry. Had to say it. Yoshi's New Island, the one on 3DS. I didn't think I made that jump. No! The Ultimate Gamer Gauntlet Challenge? What is that? That rings a bell. I'm gonna go a step further, though. I don't even think Yoshi's New Island is a subpar game. I think it's designed brilliantly. Is it better than Yoshi's Island, the original? No. But it is still better than Yoshi's Story. It is still better than Yoshi's Island DS. That thing was just difficult. I'd argue it's the third best in the series behind Woolly World and Yoshi's Island. Oh, that's your thing that you're doing with the wheel. I recall. I feel like I might have been there for that run. Because now that you say that, it's like it hit the memory. I mean, I was there for some runs. I don't think, I must have not been there for the big record one. That was a risky grape grab. Yoshi's New Island was on the 3DS. It is notoriously hard to get a hold of right now. Just because kind of all 3DS games are starting to get that way. That was that exact same jump setup that had gotten me so many times, and I thought I had figured out. I need to lock back in on that stage. I use Yoshi's New Island music in my videos all the time and no one notices, and it makes me a little sad. But I do know it's because the reputation of the game's soundtrack is booty cheeks, so anyone hears a good song and they're like, well, that's not from Yoshi's Island 3DS. That's their first thought whenever they hear a good song. That's certainly not from Yoshi's Island 3DS. I'm 2 hours late to the 2-hour Junimo Kart stream. Don't worry, we're going a little over. We're squeezing it out because I really feel like I'm on the edge of a full loop completion. I feel like I'm right there. I say now 10 minutes past the time, but you know what I mean. We got so close like twice. The first time wasn't that close, but the second time we were like 3/4 of the way through the final stage. We were so locked in. And I just made a missed judgment. They do that specific that was that sequence again. They do that a lot. Bro, not Maple Treeway. That was tight. It's the last thing I needed playing. Okay. This song is also from Yoshi's Island 3DS. You wouldn't believe it. Just don't give me any nasty purple mushroom jumps. Like this one. Oh baby, we're on Frank's Red Hot again. No! I clicked too hard. I got in my head. I was like, I started to look only at the coins at the halfway points between jumps. Hello, Nino. I started looking at the halfway points of the jumps where they put a coin. They don't always put a coin there though. And so I was like rushing to look back forward at the rails. And I was like, oh God, I gotta look at the rails, and then I missed the jump. That was kind of a hard first level jump there. That was a little crazy. The ones where you have to go off screen to make the jump always surprise me. Although I suppose level 1 kind of does that a lot, doesn't it? Nino, the goal is to get a full loop now. I'm so close. I'm so close. I feel like I'm almost locked myself into 2 hours, 30 minutes here, maybe? Perchance. Sorry, I can't stop thinking about the Koopa essay. I don't know why. It hasn't come up on any of my For You pages. I haven't had any reason to think about it, but I keep thinking of Perchance. Stomping Turts, Perchance. Another very chill top row there. Big fan, big fan. The Koopa essay? Okay. I'm gonna need, if anyone doesn't know, I'm gonna have to have you look up the Perchance Mario essay. Just search that, it'll come up. Internet history right there. But read it after I get this 200,000 score, of course. Which I'm about to do on this run. I almost didn't make that last jump. Ugh, gross. Mario the Idea versus Mario the Man. Yes, you have the whole title on lock. Okay, that was kind of a gross section. Okay. Okay. Brother! That's the first time I've died to the fart this entire stream. No. Did I make that? Sure. Huh. Thing about the boulders, even jumping on them doesn't mean you're safe. You bounce very oddly. Because it doesn't bounce you upwards, but you're still bouncing on it. Y'all know what I mean. I can feel the sunshine from Sonic R. Yeah, that's a good one. They remade that recently. I don't know if it was for the new Sonic Racing game, I want to say. They remade it for something. And of course it eats. Lock in chat. Yeah, I tried to jump on the bubble. A miscalculation. Whew. Dodging bees, oh no. We've got to weed our garden soon. We want to properly plant a bunch of like flowers and stuff in it, and then also mulch it. I think it'll look really nice. It'll add a lot of biodiversity to the front of the house. And it'll be epic. Epic pogger sauce. But before that, it has to stop being 90 degrees every day, so we'll see about it. We'll see. It was supposed to be really nice and cold this next Tuesday, which is tomorrow. It was supposed to be nice and cold, like in the 60s. And now it's in the 80s, so, you know, I don't know. It sucks. I guess that could also change, since 60 was inaccurate. You never know. Lay epic garden. Amaze balls. Combination of amazing and mothballs, as we all know. Got a mega storm last night that washed away the heat. Still raining now. Dang. I mean, we've gotten rid of most of the heat, cause like it was bad for like 3 days in a row, and now it's just regular yuck. Y'all seeing a lot of screen tearing here? Texas is gonna be 101. Very nice. At least y'all have, well, not to assume, I suppose, but Texas in general has central AC. My parents are always like, oh wow, it's so hot here, and they're probably chilling in their 60-degree house with no missed spots. Everything's 60 because of the central AC. Thank you. It's really something we gotta lock. I've never had outside space to take care of, so we're very new to it. We're just finally, like, after kind of not doing it too much last year, we're locking in on like mowing the lawn and like getting the leaves. Things you just don't have to think about otherwise. Yeah, that was yunky. Not necessarily gardening, but getting some perennials in so that we can, I don't know, fill the space outside. I don't know, what do you want me to do there? I believe perennials are the ones that stay multiple years. And it bothers me, because the way I remember that is it's the opposite of what you'd expect, because annuals apparently only last 1 year. But when it's called an annual, you'd think that'd mean it comes back annually. Not so. How dare you think that? Pay the neighbor kid to mow the lawn. You know, not awful. What do kids ask for in this economy? Because I'm like, ooh, I'd pay a kid 15 bucks to mow a lawn. Mine's not particularly large, but like, I don't know, man, am I paying minimum wage? I don't think I do. I'd say our mowing our lawn maybe takes a slight less than an hour. They asked for Robux, so real. I'll get the gift cards lined up. Pay them in exposure. I don't think the kids know about inflation. You could scam them. Yeah, they'll hear from their parents that, you know, I used to mow lawns for $5 a lawn. That's probably not even true. I used to mow lawns for $1 a lawn. And they're like, well, that must be a good price then. If you want to get paid, get a real job like McDonald's. /S/S/S/S. Oh, you make that. You make that! No! What do you even do? I do feel like I've lost the mojo a little bit. I don't know if I've got the loop in me anymore. It's been a while since we've gotten a good one going, and before I was getting it every time. I think I'm just talking. I'm yapping now. Oh, I didn't think I'd jump over the grate. I literally used to mow a lawn, like weekly. And I couldn't tell you for the life of me how much I was paid for it. I want to say it might have been $10, and this would have been like 2010, 2011. And since then, inflation has like what, doubled, tripled? Oh my god, those bubbles were out for me, dude. It was a paper route kid. I always thought that was so interesting. Is this? What is this from? The song. Yeah, hey, that was it. That was it. I don't even see the solution to that setup post doing it. Is this Triple Deluxe music, perchance? I want to say it is. Or maybe Robobot, because it's got the beepy boopies in it. I can't wait for 3DS games to be added to Retro Achievements. I know they just added Wii, but 3DS is really where I locked in for childhood games. I thought it was sailing straight into that gate. My first proper job was working scaffolding in a plant. That shit sucked, bro. My second job was Panera. Didn't suck as much, but it was literally $7.25 an hour, so it wasn't great. Because that was in Florida. And I'm pretty sure the minimum wage is still $7.25 in Florida, so that's really cool. Really cool that that's what I was paid 10 years ago at this point. And bro! And they're still getting paid that. And then everyone argues like, they're not still, no one actually pays minimum wage. Yes, they do. I was paid it. I think everyone looks at McDonald's and how because like working at McDonald's sucks so bad, they had to actually increase their wages a lot. And everyone looks at that and says, well, if McDonald's is paying over minimum wage, then everywhere must be. Nope. Almost didn't make that jump. Okay, probably last run if it's a good one, since we are hitting 230. Minimum wage is just a myth. What we should really be worried about is the maximum wage. A lot of flat there to really get moving on them. No, I jumped too far. I swear, level 2 is kind of giving me, like, stinkers right now. This one's the run. For sure. I wonder if there's some sort of like Dream-esque cheat that you can do for Junimo Kart, where it's a mod that just makes Junimo Kart RNG easier, but not like noticeably so. And so you can just cheat for a video, is what I'm saying. I've got to finish before Love Island, yeah, I do. Yeah, now all of you know, and you can't say anything when I do cheat. No, I'm not, I'm kidding. I am kidding. I just wonder if that exists for really no purpose other than being like, ha, it'd be funny to cheat on purpose and say it in the, like, I cheat all the time. I use CJB cheats. That's what I'm like talking about. Video making purposes. Oh. All right, last run since it's after the 2:30. Last run, it's after the 2:30:20. You'd be surprised what CJB Cheats doesn't include. There's quite a bit. I feel like there's giant blind spots and it's like warp options. You don't need to jump single wide. Don't need to jump single wide gaps in the low level. I'll remember that because I didn't actually know. Or will I? Hey, listen, I need to stop using TikTok. It frustrates me to no end every time I use it. If you can read TikTok comments, you can read anything. They're so bad. That's killing me. No, it's not, because I'm goated. All skill, all day. NASA badge. Oh. I was like, they're giving it out again? Yeah, that was for when they did the launch. Yeah, I had to make that jump. That was a hard one. I think one thing that's really hard about that stage is, as opposed to every other stage, it doesn't have coin guides for how high to jump. Because you're intended to fully launch most of your jumps. But if it's a weird, like if you just end up getting a weird jump like that, there's no coin guide and you kind of have to feel it out. That's definitely one thing. Like check, even here, there will be, for all the jumps, coins in the middle of the jumps. You know how high to go. But not for that stage. Yeah, it was a pretty rough stage anyways. Regardless. Irregardless, as some of our beloved would say. Surely that jump's safe. Oh, beautiful bounce. This is the last run for sure, for sure, for sure. For sure, for sure. I do feel like I'm starting to get a little too hot to really focus. Because streaming does unfortunately mean like the fans start. Yeah, I can't. All right, well, we did accomplish a few goals. We did get 75,000 and 100,000 points. So really, we kind of cooked when you think about it. Maybe the rest is for another day. That's the fun part. That means we get to do this again. Yippee! Oh yes, I gotta sleep to save the high score. So true, Queen. Ba-dunk. And yes, it is weirdly zoomed in. It's because you have to zoom in to get the Junimo Kart full screen. It's also slightly stretched, but you don't know that, do you? It looks normal to you. All right. Well, thank you all for coming out. I'm gonna weave a lot more like fun little Stardew Valley ideas into like my big runs, because I got a lot on the back burner since I was working on Mina for a whole month. So you'll see a lot of little silly things like this. Let's see who's live.